All right, everybody, welcome to Virtual Bourbon. My name is Steve Akley. We have the finale of one of our famous project series. This is the second one that we've done. We've got the third one lined up. So it's a thing now. Once you got two or three of these things, it's definitely a thing. And these are fun. So you do, blind tasting, you eliminate, contenders, the first two, and then it comes down to what we have tonight, the finale. And this is the big one because you guys that have joined me the whole time, you do all this work and you don't know anything. You don't know what just got eliminated. Because I don't want to provide any hints at all. So you could say, well, why don't you just tell us what got eliminated? But then you might think, well, okay, I was kind of thinking that one was going to be that was one in the finals. So I like of being as not knowing as little information as possible for you guys, so I don't share any of that. But we're going to reveal all of that tonight. The culmination of this thing will tell you who got eliminated in the first two. We'll talk about how the finalists ranked going into this. Then we'll, of course, share their scores, and we'll see that final ranking. And we will declare one bottled in bond bourbon as the best everyday value bottled in bond bourbon. Again, $50 or under was our price point with these. So with that, we are ready to get started. We'll do this like we always do with these. We'll taste through one time, share really kind of detailed notes, kind of trying to draw everyone in, talk about, so you can leave your mics open on this. This isn't a thing where I'm talking and it's like a class or anything like that. We're literally working together. It's a project. So leave the mics open. We'll go through taste, share nosing notes, tasting notes. Again, get everyone involved talking about and sharing, not necessarily everybody on every one. That would take too long. But I do try to divide it up a little bit, kind of try to keep track of that and engage everyone. Then we'll go through a second time. That will be more high level. We like to go through a second time to see if there's been any change, whether sometimes it's us and our palates, sometimes the whiskey itself does evolve a little bit. So we'll go through a second time. And then I'm going to leave you guys alone for a little bit, and I'm not, 5 minutes or something like that, because your goal, what you're doing here. So be thinking about this as you go through these. You're going to have to rank these 1 through 6. 1 being your favorite, down to 6 being your least favorite. I will then collect all of that data at the end, and we'll use our spreadsheet and our system that we have to calculate a score and figure out who did best, as well as the ranking of all 6 competitors tonight. With that, we're ready to get started. So we'll go, of course, alphabetical order here. So very simple to keep track of. We're going to start with M. M is going to be the one. We do usually like the system of having the next one ready to go. So we'll pour N as well. N can go into the glass, but we're going to be talking and drinking M here. So N is in place and ready to go. M is going to start it out. And again, our goal here is to start out talking just on the nose, and then we will convert over to the taste. And I will, when we get to the tasting part, I'll make sure that we get about half the group involved, and then we'll get the other half on the next one. All right. On this one, and again, these are all 6 have moved on from the first 2 that we've done. So we know going in that these are some of the favorites that we've had, but how do they do? What do you guys think on the nose?
I like the nose on this one.
Nose is good for sure. Yeah.
Floral fruits.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say like a buttercream. To be honest, it's a weird. Yeah, it's like almost like a cake frosting too.
Cake frosting, okay.
I'm getting like a sweet root vegetable, almost like a sweet potato.
Sweet potato?
Yam. Or yam. Reminds me of cooking yams.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't know better, this one reminds me a lot of Weller Antique.
Weller Antique, okay. Okay. Just think if I messed things up and threw that in there just to throw you guys off.
107.
This is actually Weller Antique, guys. So I'm so sorry. It was a ringer.
Hey, retail probably is $50 retail.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. All right, let's taste it, and then we're going to talk about it. Like I said, I'll be calling on some of you to share some notes here. So here we go. Okay. Sweet. Kind of candy-like. Let's start with Van Scoik. He likes to share some notes. What are your thoughts on this one, Evan?
Yeah, so I'm getting kind of like I think butterscotch, and maybe like I don't know the exact candy I'm thinking of, but it's like something kind of chewy. I just can't think of it. It almost like a toffee.
Like bit of honey?
Bit of honey. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That's where I was going.
Mm-hmm. I could see that. Bit of honey is a good one for sure. Yeah. Joe, how about you? What are your thoughts as you taste this first one that we're trying?
I thought it was a little stringent,
Mm-hmm.
little oaky,
Loki, okay.
and a little stringent.
Astringent, okay.
Yeah, I tasted
Nice.
some green apple in there a little bit.
Okay. Not as favorable from Joe. Mr. Murph, what are your thoughts on this one? Oh, he's got the country internet, so it takes him about a minute to get the message, and then he'll respond. We'll actually have moved on to Murph. We'll come back to you, man.
Pony Express.
Yeah, yeah. Vicky, what about you? As you taste this one, what are your thoughts?
Yes, now it tastes like my candied yams that I make.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of butter, brown sugar.
Candy yams. Okay.
Yeah, that's Thanksgiving right there.
Picking up some of those components. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. What about you, Mike G?
At first I thought it was I was getting kind of an ethanol blast, like it was drinking a little hotter than it should, but
Mm-hmm.
that seems to kind of mellow it out. So yeah, I'm getting kind of that, for lack of better words, just kind of prototypical bourbon. It's just kind of nice wheelhouse.
Classic flavors.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, they're all kind of there. It's definitely complex enough that you're getting a bunch of different ones. So, yeah. Miss Justine.
Yeah, I have to agree with everybody. It was a little kind of more floral on the nose for me. I got like a honeysuckle, but
Mhm.
the taste is pretty much what everybody's been saying.
Okay. All right, Mr. Legend. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna go with it's got a good honey flavor to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Sweet. Yeah, definitely on the sweet side. Mr. Bill.
It's good.
It's good. That's a good rating from Bill right there, folks. So that's he holds that one in pretty high regard. Last one, and then we'll move on to our next one. Like I said, we will be coming back to these and going through one more time, but last one on this one will be Danny.
Well, I'll have to agree with everybody. I mean, it's quite complex, but yes, I do pull the honey, the butterscotch, the buttery notes. I mean, overall, quite great. It's got nice legs in the glass. I mean, yes, one of a pretty good contender so far.
Okay, we're starting out good, is what you're telling us. So
yes.
All right, let's put this one aside just for now. We'll come back to it. We'll keep doing what we're doing. We'll pour one ahead. That means we're going to go ahead and pour O, but we're not going to talk about O. We're going to be talking about N. So, but we'll get O in the glass. Once you do that, go ahead and grab N, and then we're going to start talking about the nosing on N. All right. Okay. What's anybody getting on the nose on this one?
Getting more of a rich caramel on this one.
Rich caramel. Okay. I was thinking there's some vanilla in this one.
Vanilla more, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very fruity, like
Fruity.
overripe peaches.
Ripe peaches. All right. I like that.
Overripe.
Overripe. Okay.
Well, it's kind of like a cream saver, like a lifesaver cream saver.
Okay.
Like a cream soda.
Cream soda. Yeah. It's kind of the vanilla. And,
That makes, yeah, I like that one a lot.
yeah.
Get a little leather.
Leather. Okay. I'm liking what I'm nosing here. I know that.
Yeah. Definitely fruity.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
But like a darker fruit, like not as, I was thinking like light fruits last time. This one definitely feels dark. Oh, that sun is just coming in. Blinded by the light.
All right, let's give this a taste and then we'll talk about some tasting notes.
That one's spicy too.
Different than I thought after the nose.
Definitely.
Yeah, kind of light cinnamon going on there for me. I'm getting some cinnamony taste. I didn't catch any of that on the nose at all, but on the taste, it's definitely there.
The brown sugar.
Brown sugar, cinnamon, yeah.
Yeah.
Ethanol.
Like right on the tip of your tongue.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Rob W, what are your thoughts?
Allspice.
Allspice, okay. Again, out of the spice cabinet there. Rob W, what do you think about
Yeah,
this one?
brown sugar and cinnamon for me, but it,
Mhm.
it has like no finish. It's just bursts in your mouth and then disappears.
Yeah, it's all up front.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yep.
It doesn't follow to the back. So, huh.
Lingering.
Interesting. Interesting.
What's strange is the last one was long and thin, but I feel like this one's like richer but shorter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is like the COVID version. No hug.
No hug.
You waited a year to pull that one out of the bag, Neil. You didn't disappoint.
Timing is everything.
That was perfect.
He is patient.
Yeah. Tim, what are your thoughts here as you taste this one?
No, I agree. This one punched you right in the face right off the bat. I get the rice spice, and then it just kind of lingers away, gone. I'm absolutely in with the cinnamon. Not a red hot cinnamon, but more of a that mid range cinnamon. Nothing too spicy, but definitely like a brown sugar, almost like a cooked brown sugar off like a cinnamon roll or something like that.
Yeah. Some confection with brown sugar and cinnamon, whatever that might be.
It's allspice. I'm telling you, it's allspice.
Allspice.
It's allspice.
All right. I need to work in the kitchen a little bit more, I guess. Let's check in with the team Robinson and see what they get. See if they collectively agree on what they're coming up with, or if there's some dissent there. We'll see.
I think we're pretty much in agreement. Definitely the cinnamon and brown sugar.
Yeah. Pretty on the nose, but not so much on the taste.
No, it's real sweet on the taste.
Yeah. Yeah. Brian G, what are your thoughts as you taste this one?
I think, excuse me, I think Tim and everybody else kind of hit it for me too. I get the cinnamon, definitely not as, where the first one's that buttery one. This is a like stark contrast to that for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're both good in their own way, for sure. Evan's chair. I missed Evan falling. That's too bad.
No, I didn't fall. It was close.
Let's do a reenactment.
So I
guess I can watch the video. Yeah, I can watch the
I was
video.
fixing it, and then it went.
Oh, darn it! All right, Tony, what are your thoughts as you taste this one?
I was struggling to get stuff off the nose until Justine said cream soda, and you said vanilla, and that's kind of on the palate as well.
Mm-hmm.
It hit me more mid palate, but it was pretty sweet, I thought, and a little creamy.
Yeah. Paul, how about you, man?
I'm picking up it's very sweet. Obviously, everybody's said that before. I'm getting it like a coffee though, like a
coffee. Okay.
Yeah, like a sweet iced coffee type of finish. The finish is short, but kind of a coffee flavor lingers with me.
Yeah. Almost. You are truly a finish, but almost like when you breathe out after drinking it, I do get a little of that. What you're saying there. So, yeah. truly on the finish there. Scott and KK, what do you guys think?
That way.
Your thoughts?
So right at first, we had heard kind of that dark fruit, that dark cherry on the nose, and that's what I tasted kind of right off the bat. So I don't know, power of suggestion.
Could be, yeah, that happens.
But it's kind of changed a little bit since then. I don't really have a great descriptor for what I'm getting. Very nice though.
Okay. You like it too, Kathy?
Yeah, I agree with the short finish. It's it feels like it's a little warmer on the roof of my mouth on this one.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, it does kind of go all the way to like the sides of my mouth, and it kind of ends there. But that's you get some in there. Rob B, how about you, man?
I think it's a tinge more, a little sort of black peppery, just a little more spicy that I'm hearing others picking up, at least kind of mid palate. But yeah, I would echo a lot of the same sentiments that other folks had on the finish.
Gotcha. All right. Tom?
I agree with really what everybody's saying about the spicy and the cinnamon. It's almost like a fruitcake and Christmas taste to it.
Okay.
And the finish is a bit short. Not quite what I thought I'd get off the nose.
Yeah. Last one, I see Murph's back. Can you weigh in on this, Brian?
Yeah, I definitely got the cinnamon. More around the big red camp for me, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to our next one, which is O. We will go ahead and pour P into the glass. That sounds terrible.
Did you say pee in the glass? I think I missed that.
Just a little though, just a little.
I might have to change my system, I guess. So yes, go ahead and.
Just another whole nother meaning to the sample.
I know. As I said it, pour pee in the glass. Like, gosh,
That was the other project series. All the bottom
Yes.
shelf.
Yeah.
That was the last one on the bottom shelf.
Yes. So
I
get
could leave that out. You leave the number 13 off of an elevator, you know.
Yes. So yeah, get your pee in the glass, and then we're going to come back and talk about O. So O is what we're talking about. We'll get to pee in a second. These jokes write themselves. I'm not trying, but it's just happening. All right. O, let's help me out here on the nose.
Oranges,
Yes.
orange peel.
Oranges, orange peel. Yes.
Definitely some citrus.
Buttered orange peel.
Yeah, definitely.
Get the orange peel, but it's more like the inside, like the white part. Of the
Health.
Yeah, that stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm really getting cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper.
Cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper. All right. That's
I'm with you. I was with a cherry cola as well until somebody said, yeah. So Vicky said citrus, and I'm like, oh, so there's that there too.
there it is. Yeah.
But I'm getting that. You're right, Evan. It's that.
Specifically fresh fountain, not like out of the bottle.
Or can,
Freshly
or
poured
can.
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think poured on a Thursday too is what I'm getting there.
Yeah. It was a breezy day.
Stored in a hot warehouse.
Over a filter of marzipan.
And a broken case of Snickers.
I'm picking up a little weed eater.
Yes. I think Paul's got he's outdoor. It's beautiful, but yeah, so his neighbor's coming.
His is muted.
His is muted. I don't know who it is then. I thought it was Paul. I don't hear it now either, though. I'm not sure. All right, let's give this one a taste, see what we think. Oh, someone help me out here. What is that taste?
A spicy soda.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little Brazil nut. For real.
Okay, Brazil nut. All right. That's a first, I believe, on any of these. I don't know. Again, kind of a
Like a honey barbecue.
honey barbecue. Yeah. With
Yeah, I get like it's almost like if butterscotch were spicy.
mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Rob W., help us out here. What are we tasting?
I actually got a little like nuttiness too, but a little bit more bitter, like walnuts.
Okay. All right. Walnuts definitely can be a little bitter for sure. Tim?
I came up with that honey barbecue. There's a spice. There's a spice there that reminds me of like a barbecue sauce, but it's sweeter than that. It's not a traditional barbecue. But there's not smoky at all, but it's that spicy. It's like a brown spice, some type of. I agree with the walnut though. From the nutty case, I agree with the walnut side too.
Okay.
Thought that was smooth. That's smart. Yeah.
All right, Danny.
I'll have to agree with everyone else. I mean,
okay. What are your thoughts on this one then, Danny?
it's good, but
okay. Danny will tell you how it is. Believe me, we went during a live read on a one of our shows we did. He ripped on the sponsor of the show, saying how the merchandise is terrible. We got fired from them. And that's your own ABV Network shop, so we really couldn't get fired. But Danny didn't like our product, so he told us live on the air. Oddly, the stuff sold like crazy. So I don't. Maybe people don't respect your opinion, Danny. I don't know. We saw a bunch of those.
Well, see, maybe it's the opposite way. You know, I give you one bad review, everybody goes, I have to have it.
Right.
You know?
I was going to say, Danny, what else sucks? So I can go buy it.
Right. It worked out well. So yeah.
Right. Well, at least put a zipper in it, then I can order it.
Then you can order it. Okay. Yeah. I thought McNew could help you because she was saying she could help, but then she was just willing to just cut it with the scissors. Well, you can. I believe Danny could cut a sweatshirt with the scissors himself if he wants to. I don't think you need.
Right. But then who's going to install the zipper?
Right.
See, that was a challenge though. When Danny said, without a zipper, I can't get it over my head, you know? So it's like, you know, that's why they're like, well, wait a minute, let me try. I can get it over my head, you know?
Right. Well, Danny always wears that Texas hat. That's why he can't get regular shirts on.
Exactly.
It's glued to his head. All right. Bob, what are your thoughts on this one? Bob Whitlatch?
Oh, yeah. Really light on the nose, and the initial taste on the palate is hard to define, but the peppery finish just really grows and lasts.
Okay. Yeah, this one's got an actual finish, which is good.
This one's still with me.
Yeah.
Finish is still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Bob.
Joe G.
Kind of getting what everybody else is. I'm getting like a mixed nut though, not as harsh as a walnut.
Okay.
Nuts, yeah.
All right. We're covering a lot in the nut family. We got the Brazil nut, we got the walnut, now we have the mixed nuts. So,
well, I was thinking the whole time with the nuts, it was kind of like
pecan?
those bar nuts that are kind of like they're a little smoky.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Beer nuts.
They have a
Beer
yeah,
nuts,
the
yeah.
beer nuts. They have a little bit of spice. They have a little bit of smokiness to them.
Sugar.
I'm getting macadamia nut. I don't know. Mike, gas camp. What are your thoughts?
So I finally just kind of boiled it down to like the real cheap store brand orange cinnamon rolls with like a little nondescript nut flavor on the top.
Okay.
So kind of put all that package together. I wasn't really getting the citrus until somebody said it, and then all of a sudden that's all I could get. So
okay,
power of suggestion works. But yeah, and it kind
The
of
orange rolls. I actually like those. So this would be okay by me. But I have very low quality and taste. So
Yeah.
Justine, how about you?
Yeah, I agree with what everyone's saying. I'm getting like I'm gonna go with the walnut because it has that like drying effect in your mouth afterwards. Like the aftertaste is kind of like the same as a walnut, but it does stick around for a while. It lingers.
Yeah. Okay. Murph checked in on chat there and said early mock orange blossoms. Okay.
That was his nose. No.
Oh, that was his nose. Okay, I missed that. Sorry. Evan, you're supposed to help me out with that. That's on you. Tony.
I didn't know what an early mock orange blossom was. So
It comes up a lot on these, so I've noticed. So that's a popular one. Tony, friend, we'll end this one with you before we move on. What are your thoughts as you taste this one?
Yeah, this one was a little bit different than the other ones. I wasn't pulling out a whole lot. I got some of the nuttiness. And then when I think Tim said barbecue, honey barbecue, I thought of the Lay's barbecue chips.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, let's pour Q, and then we'll come back to letter P in just a second here. All right, Q is poured for me. Grab letter P. Simple P.
Pee in the glass.
Soon.
Gosh, son.
Soon
Are
we
you
will be
drinking
drinking
pee?
pee.
You're drinking pee.
Soon.
It's
Soon. Very
good
soon.
P.
I'm gonna be
It's
the
not-
first to say it doesn't smell like pee.
Yeah. Well, actually, it smells just like pee. It's just not what I expected pee to smell like.
Ah.
All right. Well, someone just tell us how their pee smells. So.
This pea has good color.
Actually,
Like
the
early
color-
morning pea.
Probably
That
need a
would be
drink.
some really dark pee.
It's turned us all into 8th graders. So this is.
You should definitely
magic.
drink more water if this is what your pee
Yeah.
looks like.
I'd only have to
Absolutely.
shave to look like an 8th grader, so that's not hard.
Thought you were going someplace else there, Evan. Thank goodness you went that way.
Well,
All
my
right.
pee doesn't smell like asparagus as usual.
That's a win.
Yes.
As usual.
All right, I get
Amazing.
orange and vanilla. What do you think?
Okay.
Dried
well,
apples.
thank you, Neil. I
Could I
appreciate
add
it.
White
cherry
apples.
to that?
Sherry. Okay.
All
Vic-
right,
Vicky-
Cherry or cherry?
Cherry.
Cherry.
Is it cherry or big red?
Big
I'm
red.
big.
Definitely
First
big
gum
red.
reference.
I'm big red.
First gum reference of the night.
This is like if you cooked 4 different pies all at once. So you got the peach pie, you got the cherry pie, you got the apple pie. It's the 4-way pie all together. So you're getting like all of those fruits at once.
The fruit
Yeah.
pie.
A fruit pie.
Yes.
Mixed berry.
The
Tom,
nose
Tom
like a
says cherry.
rum. The nose is like a rum finished bourbon to me.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
We know it's not, but
Right.
yeah, that's cool. Whitlatch says juicy fruit. So first person to weigh in with a juicy fruit.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Had to happen.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you. All right, let's give this one a taste.
I accidentally just set it down and I don't know which one it was.
I can't help you there.
So this to me tastes like those Hostess cherry pies with like the frost, like the icing on them.
Yeah, I like those too, by the way.
Yeah.
The ones that are 3,000 calories.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, you eat 3 of those for breakfast, you're good to go, man.
No nutritional value to them though.
Such a damn shame.
It's a damn shame. I think there's some vitamin D in them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
on
right,
the plastic covering.
Drop a piece of
And the
bacon on
lard.
one, then eat it. Then you get all the nutritional value you need.
Yeah.
Brian, I get your orange blossom in the taste here in the palate.
Okay.
Justine, you get green pepper?
This one.
Do I get what?
Green pepper. That's interesting. I'm not catching that myself, at least not before you said it. We'll see if, to me, it was all fruit, sweet taste.
I'm getting something other than just the fruit, or else it's a Dry.
There,
Very dry.
yeah, there's a little, I mean, it's a little bit of a peppery finish.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
I don't know if I'd go with green pepper, but it definitely has like some type of pepper finish.
Okay.
It's a little warm.
Yeah, I'd say like peppercorn before you grind them up, kind of hanging out in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
White pepper.
White pepper. I think a white pepper is a good.
Yep.
Good call
Pink.
on that one. Pink. Pink peppercorns. We had that one yesterday on one of them.
I was gonna say, didn't somebody say that last night? The pink peppercorn?
They did. I stole it. All right. I'll have a couple of you weigh in here. Rob B, tell me what you think about this one as you taste it.
Definitely I hate to say it, but definitely bubble gum. I won't throw out a brand, but there is bubble gum there. But I love the spiciness and I love the I'm a viscosity hound and it's got that in spades. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
It's a solid one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely. Paul, what are your thoughts on this one, man? You drink a lot of good bourbon. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, this is one of the nose. It knows the best for me so far, and I mean, super sweet. It's like cotton candy sweet. Great finish. It's almost like there's a gum in there too. I don't want to say, but it's almost like a super sweet, cotton candy finish with just a hint of like a grape or a cherry or something right on the finish. It's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like what's going on there. Yeah. Brian G, what are your thoughts as you taste this one?
I think Paul hit a lot of the things that I was thinking. I was looking over my notes from the last two tastings, and I didn't write down anything that matches what this tastes like, which is kind of interesting. So it clearly tastes different to me than it did the previous time through, which is interesting.
That definitely happens, right? So yeah. It could be you, as we know from talking to the people that do this for a living. A lot of things can impact how you're tasting things. It could be what you ate before and stuff like that. So it's very, very interesting. Last one, we'll have the legend weigh in on this one before we move on to our next one.
Well, it's sweet. I'll agree with Bob with the juicy fruit.
Juicy fruit.
It's got a great finish though.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked the cotton candy note. I thought that was as good from Paul. That's good. I mean, it's solid for sure. All right, next up is R. I mean, we're gonna pour R. We're not going to be drinking R just yet. We're going to pour it. We're going to be drinking Q. R is now poured. Going to grab Q. We're going to talk about that. Okay.
This one has a nose.
On the nose.
Ooh, it's light.
It's light.
One
But-
smells kind of musty to me.
Kind of musty. Okay.
Yeah.
Bag of trail mix.
Bag of trail mix.
Wet cardboard.
Wet cardboard. Oh, God, that's a
Ew.
terrible one. That's a terrible one. Ugh.
Thinking like green grass.
I was thinking like a banana split in there.
Yeah, I got
Very
banana.
yeah, this is vegetal.
Yeah.
A banana split maybe that's laying on the lawn.
Yeah.
Cracker Jacks.
Cracker Jacks. Okay. There you go.
Like the wet lawn under the slip and slide, maybe?
Ew.
There you go. It's like green grass.
Interesting.
I
Interesting.
did
Okay.
cheat, Steve, and I poured mine a little earlier, so it's the grass is gone, and it's now a little more time. It's gone to like banana bread.
Banana bread. See, I told you there's banana in there. No one
Yeah,
believed
I poured mine a while ago too, and it's like I get like a peanut brittle or
it. Okay.
more sweet. I didn't know that. when
And
I
we'll
first
all
poured-
get that same chance too. We'll come back to them as we said, and then like I said, you'll get it for some free time anyway. So yeah, let's give this one a taste. Some interesting notes there. Some didn't sound pleasant, some did. So let's taste this one because that's where it really all comes down to.
My dogs like wet grass.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting along the lines of what Paul said there, the peanut brittle stuff on the taste.
Sugary. Sugary.
Sugary. Yeah.
I got banana nut bread now.
Banana nut bread. Okay.
It tastes better than it smells.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like like a Heath bar. That first breath in, just when that thing fires up, it fires up right at the front of the tongue, and then it just kind of fades all the way back, which is really odd.
Yeah.
Knowing these bottled and bonds are mostly all going to be rye on the flavor grain, right? I mean, that's really what you're probably going to find. And that one's odd. That one's just a really interesting. That's an interesting experience there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this one to me screams beam. You know, I would not be surprised if this was maybe like a old granddad bottled and bond or something. That's what it reminds me of.
It reminds me of when I take some Bookers and I put some ice cubes in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say this is beam or Willet. I agree.
I get zucchini bread before I get banana bread.
Zucchini bread.
Yeah.
But I'm from California, so.
Yeah, there you go. I've never had zucchini bread.
Makes
so,
sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
That gluten-free zucchini bread.
Well, the zucchini is gluten-free.
Yeah, vegan, gluten-free, no whey added zucchini bread. Yeah.
Wonderful.
We
Now
did
I
that.
gotcha.
We did that gluten-free show. I don't know if that was today or yesterday. Oh, you get so many emails from people giving you tips and here's some more information.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it is. Though I really don't have any interest in the gluten-free lifestyle.
Clearly,
myself.
I am not actually vegan and gluten-free.
Okay.
Are all of these bourbons gluten-free?
I don't know.
Yes.
What they say is they go through distillation. It is, but then other people tell me it's not. I don't actually know. I don't want to weigh it because I am not a scientist. So
there would be no gluten that makes it through a distillation process.
Correct.
I don't know. All right. Tom.
That's a whole nother project series.
Yes, Tom, help us out here. What are your thoughts?
Sweet. Definitely get the banana and the heat up front. Some kind of nut in there also, I'd say.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. We're going to end this one with Scott and KK. We'll have them weigh in on this, see what their thoughts are.
It is really warm up front and then kind of disappears down your palate, which I think is why I'm getting such a heavy gluten flavor.
Mm-hmm. I think some gluten made it through. I think it did.
Maybe
I think it
just a
snuck
little
through.
bit.
Yeah, just a touch of gluten. All right, Scott. I doubt Scott's going to add anything else of note. It'll just continue to slide downhill. So let's move on to R.
Oh,
R.
Steve, I like it. I like it. It's good.
Okay, he likes it. Good. Thank you. Thank you.
Basic notes are closer to Mr. Bell's.
Okay. Let's go on to R. Let's talk about R on the nose. Gotta do the reset. Definitely light on the nose, but there is something there. Justine, what are we smelling? Tell us. You know.
Fruit.
Fruit, okay.
Juicy fruit.
Juicy
Fruit
fruit.
stripe gum.
Fruit stripe gum. It is sweet.
Yeah, I get citrus.
Citrus, okay.
I get just a real little hint of smoke.
Okay, little smoke in there. Gotcha. Plastic.
You know, a little almost like blackberry jam.
Blackberry jam. That's good. That's cool, Evan. All right, let's taste it.
Might get the jam.
Very different than anyone that we've had so far, that's for sure.
Very earthy.
Earthy.
You get the wood, the oak, you get the barrel.
The wood and the oak. Like
At least it's a good tasting barrel.
yeah. Steel cut oats, maybe, kind of that sort of flavor. Rob B, what are your thoughts as you taste this one?
It's got a bit of a harsh finish, in my opinion. It's warm, but not necessarily in a positive way. Yeah, just a little too much. It drinks higher than 100 proof in my mind.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Bill, we haven't checked in with you for a bit. What are your thoughts?
So, you know, when you buy fresh pecans at the store and you break the shell and that little bit of membrane is stuck in the groove of your pecan as you eat it, and it's got that dryness. That's kind of what I'm getting from this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I consider that to be like a tannic taste, like a leathery tannic taste.
Yeah.
I get that a lot, but I'm getting like undertones of a little bit of grape, maybe. There's something redeeming that's peeking through that tannic taste for me.
I think it tastes like it's been finished in some sort of a wine barrel, right? Like a ex-sherry, ex-cab or something.
Okay. Okay. Joe, what are your thoughts?
I'm having a hard time with it. You know, oaky, but not stringent, not tannic.
Okay.
Oaky, good oaky. You know.
Okay. Good oaky
Kinda
is good.
different. Yeah.
All right. All right. Mike G.
I was kind of getting like this one had hit me a little banana up front, but more like a banana pudding, mellow wafer.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but yeah, it's like it almost, when you drink it, it doesn't want to get to the roof of your mouth. It wants to hang out like under your tongue almost.
Okay.
Kind of got a different, interesting mouthfeel.
Murph checked in with like someone kept pipe tobacco in a jelly jar. So that's interesting. Right. Let's go one more before we start going back one more time. And again, kind of go through quicker. We'll do more of a high level as we go back through. We'll check in with Rob W though first before we move on.
I can't put my finger on it, but it was most definitely the most savory of the bourbons we had. Like all the other ones were more sweet. This is savory.
Okay.
And just a really long finish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So here's where we're at. We've gone through one time, provide some detailed nosing and tasting notes. We do like to go back and check in, and we'll start back at the top. So that means we'll go all the way back to M and start there. And just pick M up and let me know if there's any nosing or tasting notes you want to talk about. On the nose.
The nose is very familiar, but I can't pinpoint what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a
comes
lot
out smoky.
of vanilla.
Smoky and vanilla. Okay, we were here.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right,
Let's give it getting a little graham cracker now.
Graham cracker. Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah, I get the graham cracker too. And we didn't talk about that last time, so that is a bit of a change. All right, let's taste it.
Marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you went to a graham cracker, on the taste, it's almost like a vanilla wafer, which would borderline be a cookie. But there's a little bit of that vanilla in there too as well. I think that hits that a little bit.
Yeah.
I think a graham cracker is a cookie.
Fresh baked cookies.
Fresh baked cookies. Okay. Okay. That sounds pretty positive. That sounds those things sound good to me. So, all right. Let's move on to N. Give it a final pass through with N here.
There's more butterscotchy now than caramel.
Caramel, yeah.
Tons of caramel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Caramel bomb.
Butterscotch. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure. All right. On the taste, what do we got?
There it is.
Same short finish.
Yeah. Yeah, finish is short.
But still that cinnamon and brown sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Allspice.
Yeah, it could be all of the spices.
Listen, I'm gonna send you some spices, son.
There you go.
Taylor knows the allspice note. I don't.
Okay, we need to all work on our allspice note, and I got to get some juicy fruit. See if anybody still, sometimes they have those retro companies that make the old stuff. I wonder if anybody's making juicy fruit out there. So. Or fruit stripe gum is the one I'm thinking of. The one that is from when I was a kid. Juicy
Or like
fruit,
a fruit roll up.
Juicy fruit they still make, but fruit stripe I don't think they do. So
Put your IGA. I'm sure it's still on the shelf.
Fruit stripe is at Cracker Barrel.
Fruit stripe is?
Yeah, yes, it's at Cracker Barrel.
Oh yeah, Cracker Barrel, home of all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
They still make fruit stripe. Go Amazon. That's your place.
Amazon. Okay.
I'm gonna throw you some crazy smoked or charred artichoke. I'm just saying.
Wow. Charred artichoke on this one, you're saying?
I'm telling you. I just made them a couple weeks ago. I'm telling you.
And you burnt them?
Slightly.
I overcooked them in the air fryer. I didn't burn them.
What did you season the artichokes with?
Oh my gosh.
Allspice, of course.
No.
Everything's seasoned with allspice at Vicky's house.
Allspice.
Yeah. No,
All
dried
of the
onions.
spices?
Yeah, dried onions, salt, pepper, garlic powder. I kept it simple and an herb.
Okay. All right.
But
Tony
I'm
sent
telling
us
ya.
the link to fruit stripe gum, so I'll have to check that out later. Maybe the
Next,
next time.
Steve, you're receiving cases of fruit stripe gum is what's going to happen.
I need to send out a packet of it with next time we on the next project series, and then see how many people then say.
You know how you did the bag of chips exchange?
Right.
Do the gum exchange.
The gum exchange. Okay. Yeah. There you
ABC gum.
go. Oh no. There's
No,
Bill
it's
with
ABV gum.
There you go. Now you're talking. All right, let's talk about this one. That's O. We know what's looming ahead, so let's just try to keep it professional during O, and then we'll take it down the path of P when we get there. So let's not get into that just yet. Let's talk O.
Your cherry vanilla
Now
soda.
it smells weird.
Yeah.
Smells
Smells
good, like cleaning, like I'm gonna clean the house weird.
Clean the house. Okay. I like the cherry soda one. Let's taste it. See what taste is. For the record, I like all of these. These are all good in their own way. I'd drink any.
I've been comparing like the second taste through with our first notes. Like we did a good job on our nose and taste notes, I think, so far.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, early time. All right.
I think N is G from the last time.
N is G.
Fruit roll-ups.
Fruit roll-ups.
Oh yeah, a good call.
Any particular fruit roll-ups flavor?
I haven't eaten that crap in 20 years. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
It's the oak flavored one.
The oak flavored.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Whatever dark and red berries.
All right, let's move on to
strawberry.
Let's move on to P. That was a strawberry one for the record. Let's talk about P now.
Let's talk about P.
Let's really get into
copious.
Sounds like artichoke.
Smoked, overly cooked artichoke.
With hollandaise sauce.
All right.
Maybe it's
Add it on the
asparagus.
holidays.
It smells good.
No, this one smells good.
Smells good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's taste this one again and see where we're at on letter P.
Nice.
It is nice.
Still tastes good too.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Good tasting.
I'm getting that kind of like McDonald's cherry cream little dessert thing that they have. You know what I'm
The
talking about?
cherry pie with the cream and
Yes.
also inside of it.
I've never had that. But so is it like one of those Hostess pies
No.
with like cream in it?
So you know that you can get apple or cherry pie throughout the year. For a while, they did a cherry pie, but it had like a cream filling along with the pie.
Uh-huh.
So it was like baked in there. And that's
Not
what
in
he's talking about.
California.
Oh, well. Out here in the classy Midwest, we added cream to our cherry pie at McDonald's.
Okay, there you go.
This
That name
tastes
is
like
known to cause cancer to
vegan.
the state of California.
Yeah, this is vegan, all natural, organic fruit leather.
Fruit leather.
Fruit leather. Okay, that's a good one. All right, let's pick up Q here for our next one.
Let's do it.
Man, that's kind of
Better nose than before.
Elvis-y, peanut butter banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm missing the wet grass this time, so I'm not finding it there.
Yeah, the wet grass is gone, guys.
Yeah, time is very friendly to this one.
No
Yeah.
more
It was
straight
was
leather.
never wet grass. It was just moist.
Oh God.
Here we go.
If you're in our Facebook group, that's been a thing for the last week. Gosh darn, yeah. Add the word moist into ruin a movie by adding the word moist into the name was the.
That was awesome.
About 4 days, no one responded at all. Then once it got going, then it's been 4 every 20 minutes are going on there. It seems like so. Mhm.
Then it got out of hand and uncreative, I would say.
Yeah.
Good noise, fellas.
Mine were very creative.
Mine were.
Tim's were also very good. And we appreciate Melanie for going through and liking all of ours.
Melanie did? Okay, nice.
She's the real MVP.
McNew got mad at every one of them. She did the mad face.
An
Every
angry
single
face.
one. Every one.
Yep.
That means she read them all, and that's the win right there.
So
Let's
Evan,
go.
does the M in that stand for moist then?
It does.
Yeah.
Moist valuable player.
Code. Got moist code. Ugh.
Oh,
Ew.
I'm sure McNew was gagging as she's putting that angry face on there.
This is some moist banana peanut butter
Yeah.
bread.
Peanut butter graham cracker.
That's Elvis right there, folks. All right. Let's go to our, which is our last one of the day. We'll try that. And then once we get done with this, I'll give you guys a little free time to establish your rankings. So you may need a pen or something like that, but
Or you might be done already.
you could be. Maybe you already know. All right. Let's talk about our. All right.
Are you ready?
What do you got? What do you got on the nose there, Evan?
I still got that deep, dark fruit that I was like blackberry jam. I still get that on the nose. And then as soon as you start tasting it, switches to that oak and leather and smoke. It definitely tastes like it's spent a long time in a barrel. You taste through all of these and this one's been around the block for a minute. it's seen a couple of seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Still smells like plastic to me.
Plastic.
Well, that's the plastic jar the blackberry jam's in.
Maybe.
I think it smells like it's been in the barrel for 4 years.
4 years. Well, we know it's been in at least 4 years.
Plastic tub.
It was aged in a plastic tub for 4 years.
So instead of stainless steel vatting, they did plastic vatting.
Yeah.
Did you see that meme? Did you see the meme of the sweet trash bag with the dispenser spout at the bottom?
It must be in the country too.
Yeah.
She
froze up.
Not weird when you are talking like this.
Yeah. She turned into Max Headroom for a second there. So,
William Shatner.
All right. So we've gone through all of them twice now. Now it's up to you guys. You guys need to make those lists. Again, 1 being your favorite of the evening, down to 6 being your least favorite. It's not to say any of them are bad, but you have to rank them 1 to 6. Please do this carefully. Last time we did this, which I loved, I don't know that we could, maybe we just got so lucky, but last time we did this, they ranked out the way they ranked coming into it. So obviously we scores coming into this. So they're ranked. We know who the favorite is. At least I do right now. But yeah, we'll see. So
Now, am I the only one who did not participate in round 1 or 2?
no, there's others.
No.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. I was gonna say to everyone else, you did an excellent job selecting this top 6.
Yeah.
So
I
It's,
also missed out on the first 2.
It's bottled and bond. So there's some level of things that are going to make, as long as you're using a legitimate distillery, a bottle and bond should be pretty good actually, because we know it's at least 4 years old. We know it's going to be 100 proof. They're not going to, we're not talking about stuff where they've junked it down by making it 80 proof. It's so bottle and bond does equalize a lot of things. So, but do that, and then we'll take a look at the scores and add them up and go on. So I'll give you guys just a couple minutes here. I'm not talking right now. I'm not talking. I'm just being quiet. Just sitting here.
I can help fill the air. I've already got my ranking ready too. It's the epitome of quality. That's what we're seeing here. Is like they put in the hard work. They put in the years, and that's what matters.
That's what matters. Yes. They've done the work. They've gotten us to this point. So, yes.
So you said these are all available for $50 at retail, correct?
Correct.
Or less? Yeah.
$50 or less at retail. Yes.
Right. But I mean, even Benchmark put out a bottle and bond.
Well,
correct.
So, I mean, a lot better than the original.
There you go.
Is correct. Benchmark does have a bottled and bond out. So these are all bottled and bond less than $50, because there are bottled and bonds like E.H. Taylor stuff and Old Fitz. There's a lot of bottled and bonds that cost over $50, but these would be the ones.
I think E.H. Taylor retails at $39, right?
Well, but they have a lot of other ones that do cost more than that too. So you're talking about the basic small batch, yes.
The basic small batch, right?
Which is tough to even find at $39.99, but
that's
yes.
true.
Yes, if you can find it, it is at that price, but yeah.
So are these widely available as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, these have pretty readily available, I'd say. So there's not going to be one that's like, this comes from a small craft distillery in Oregon.
I didn't know if you were going to throw one of those in.
I was thinking of a wood hat that just, when Gary just came out with his bottled and bond, because I was like, one of these tastes very heavy corn.
That could be. He could be. He's in multiple states, so I would say that.
So he would be eligible, potentially eligible.
I'm not saying that.
Of course,
this stuff is available everywhere, because that's tough to state for sure. All right. Anybody need more time? Okay. I'm going to switch now. I'm going to be on a spreadsheet. I cannot see you. So if you go use the chat function, I can't see that. If you're waving to me, I can't see that, but I can hear you. So that's key. Just to remember that as we go there. This is just the list that I have in the order of the spreadsheet. It's basically how you signed up. So starting at the end. So Joe G, you're going to be first. Looking for your ranked list. So what do you got, my friend?
All right, number 1, I've got P.
P, okay.
And I've got N.
Okay.
3, I've got R.
All right.
It got a little muddled down here. I didn't know which one to go with. I went O for 4, M for 5, but that could have been switched around, and then Q for 6.
Okay, fair enough. Got it. All right, Scott, you're next.
M, Mike.
Okay.
N.
Okay.
P.
All right.
Q. O. R.
Okay. Kathy.
With P,
P, okay.
O,
All right.
M,
All right.
Q, N, R.
All right. Kind of all over the place so far, guys. So that's cool. I like what's happening here. Danny, you're next.
Number 1 is P.
Okay.
Number 2 is M.
Okay.
Number 3 is Q.
All right.
Number 4 is N.
Okay.
Number 5 is R.
All right.
And number 6, O.
Oh, okay. Tom, you're going to be next.
Okay, number 1, M.
Okay.
Number 2, P.
Okay.
Number 3, N.
All right.
Number 4, Q.
Okay.
Number 5, O.
Okay.
Number 6, R.
Gotcha. All right. Rob W., you will be next.
M, R, O, P, N, Q.
Okay. Vicky, you are next.
Well, clearly it's different in California. M, P, O, Q, N, R. Although I think we have a lot of R at the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah, yours is not all that different from what we've got going on.
Not a ton, but come on, M, people, M.
It's very close right now. Very, very, very close. All right. Tim, you're next.
All right. I have P, Q, O, M, N, R.
Okay. Neil Robinson, I've got you down next.
I have M, O, N, P, Q, R.
All right. Melanie Robinson.
M, N, P, O, Q, R.
Q, R. Okay. Rob B.
Okay, we got Mike M, P Papa, N November, R Romeo, Q Quebec, O Oscar.
All right. Mike.
So I've got Papa, Quebec, Romeo, Oscar, November, Mike.
Papa, Quebec, Romeo, Oscar, and then November,
and then Mike.
Mike. Okay. All right. Tony.
I had N as in Nancy, M as in Mary, R, P, O, Q.
All right. Mr. Murphy.
I had P, N as in Nancy, Q, R, M, O.
Okay. Brian G.
Got P, Nancy, Mike, R, Q, O.
Still, there's two that are starting to move away from others, but still up in the air. All right. Next up is going to be Bill Lewis.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Mike, Nancy, Papa, Romeo, Quebec, Oscar.
Okay. Mr. Whitlatch.
M, P, N, Q, R, O.
Okay. All right. Justine Mays.
P, M, Q, O, N, R.
Okay. Paul.
Q, P, O, N, M, R.
All right, Evan Van Squik.
This has been interesting. I've been listening to everybody's. Nobody has the same order as me. Mike Gascamp had one switched. I have P, Q, R, N, O, M.
Cheers, brother.
Okay. Next up is Mr. Rick Brenner, the legend.
Okay, R, P, N, Q, M, and O.
M and O. Did I miss anyone? Okay. All right. Let me write this down here so I can talk to you guys about scores. All right.
My chiropractor wants to know the top 6, so I need to take notes.
Yeah, you'll need to take notes. I'm just writing this stuff down just for a second here. All right. I can tell you that we're not going to be the same as last time. We had that perfect storm where we got the exact same scores, but that did not happen this time. Okay.
I'd say part of the problem is that some of these were so close, it was difficult to make a decision on what order they went in.
There were a lot that were close.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I think we put the final 6 as the best, and they were all so close.
Right.
I found it easy. I found it easy to pick a favorite and
Easy.
a worst one, but everything else was in the middle.
Right, I agree.
1 through 6, no question for me. 1 through 6, no question. Done.
Okay.
If you pour them all together, they're fantastic. I'll tell you.
I hope so. I hope so.
Okay. Here's where I'm gonna be sharing some stats with you. Q and R, but okay. Here, let's start by talking about who didn't make it tonight. So these are the ones. None of these you tasted tonight. They did not make it. So in 12th place, again, I'm going to share the scores, but we have different amounts tonight. We had a sold out show, which is 24. We've got several that didn't make it for the event though, so we don't have everyone on here. So the scores it's not really exact to compare apples to apples, but we use the exact same scoring system. So in last place, 12 out of 12. With 22 points, a big surprise here, Lee W. Sinclair from Spirits of French Lick. That's the one that if you were on, was that on the first event? That one struggled. In 11th place with 37 points, also another big surprise to me, Old Granddad Bottled and Bond, which is a personal favorite. It's one that I like to get. It's
Too sweet.
It's a known entity, it tends to be cheap. If you go to a bourbon bar, you come to my house, I've got everything they got at most bars. What do you buy that is good and cheap? That's why I picked that one out.
Steve, could you tell us what the letters were? Just because we have notes on our
own. Yes. So Lee W. Sinclair was on our first event. It was B on the first event. Old Granddad was J. The next up was, let's see here, was I, if you're doing that. In 10th place, I with 38 points was JW Dant. Wow. The Bottled and Bond JW Dant. All right. Number 9 is going to be a huge surprise as well. Probably the most expensive one in the whole group. Coming in with 50 points. And letter H, if you're going back and looking at your notes from the first one, letter H, 50 points. In 9th place was Old Forester, 1897. They're Bottled and Bond.
Wow.
Yeah, a sweetheart of the Bottled and Bond world, for sure.
Cherry cough drops.
Yeah. All right. And 8th place, again, these are all ones that did not make it. This would be, was in our first event. If you attended that, this was E. With 51 points, Old Tub.
Really?
The special release from we saw this year, the non-chill filtered version from Jim Beam. Another huge surprise here. These are all surprises, on this list here. In 7th place with just 65 points, D, if you attended the first event, Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. Did not make the cut. Did not make the
I
cut.
mean, it's not bad for like $17 though.
Yeah, well, it's even, you find it cheaper than that a lot. Yes, a lot of these are good deals though. So, yeah. All right. Let's see here. Now I will tell you our finalists. I'm going to give you the rank. This is not the rank for tonight. Again, the rankings that we came up with tonight are different, but you're going to know who's in the mix here. So your mind can start thinking of what they are. So let's see here. I can go back to, if you've got your notes, this was C on the first event, coming in in sixth place. Going into tonight, again, this is not the final score here, so I'm not announcing the winners. In sixth place going in tonight was 77 points. C from your first event, if you attended, was 77 points, was Early Times Bottled and Bond. Early Times Bottled and Bond. In fifth place with 78 points coming into this was G. If you attended the second event in our series, it was G. 78 points, Henry McKenna Bottled and Bond. In fourth place coming into tonight with 86 points. Let's see, known as F on the first event, 86 points, JTS Brown. JTS Brown. In third place coming in tonight with 95 points was Jim Beam Bottled and Bond. Jim Beam Bottled and Bond. If I go back and look at our notes, that was L in project series number 2 for this one. In second place coming into this evening with 97 points was, let's see, number A starting out the night with 97 points. In second place was Benchmark Bottled and Bond. Danny mentioned the Benchmark. It's in the finals. And in first place coming into this evening with 101 points, a clear leader, New Riff. That was K. K, if you were into that. So, okay.
Smoky goodness is what I wrote down.
Okay. None of that matters though, because it comes down to this. Here are the finals. In sixth place with 55 points. It was in fifth place coming into the night, but finished in sixth place with just 55 points tonight was Henry McKenna Bottled and Bond.
Oh,
fifth
wow.
place. Or sixth place, excuse me. In fifth place.
What letter?
What letter
Tonight?
is R? R tonight. R. In fifth place is going to be O. Is O in fifth place with 59 points. This one was, let's see, was in sixth place, so it just flip-flopped with Henry McKenna. It moved up one ranking. It is Early Times is in fifth place. All right, now let's talk about fourth place. Fourth place, 69 points, is Q. Was in third place last time, ended up in fourth place this time. That is Jim Beam. Jim Beam. So, Rob, you said it was Jim Beam. You got that right as we're going through that. You absolutely got that right. All right. Next up in third place is N. N came in third place with 78 points. It was the big gun going into this. It was ranked number 1. It is New Riff.
New Riff.
Ended up in third place.
Cool.
Third place.
And what was it on the first one?
On the first, when we first did this,
Yeah.
New Riff was K. Was K.
Okay.
You save those. All right. In second place, coming into this evening, it was ranked 5th. Moved all the way up to number 2 tonight. But if you know this product, it is a Bottled and Bond single barrel. Means there could be variances by bottle. There's no way I can get around that. That's just part of the game here, folks. We might have got a better bottle this time than we had last time. It is Henry McKenna Bottled and Bond.
What letter tonight?
Letter M. Letter M.
Wait a minute, I thought you said number 6 was Henry McKenna.
Yeah, you said
Wait
R
a
was Henry
second. Wait
McKenna.
a second.
R was JTS Brown. Sorry. JTS
okay.
Brown. I messed up.
Oh, you said McKenna. Okay.
Yeah. But you should have known I meant Henry or JTS Brown.
Yeah, we should have known it.
You should have known.
We should
You should have known. It was JTS Brown was R. And then so in second, JTS Brown, I'm sorry, came in 6th place. Henry McKenna came in 2nd place.
Okay.
Apologize for the error there. This is live TV. In first place with 107 points was 2nd place coming into the night. big shocker here. This has to be a huge shocker, I would say. It's Benchmark, the new bottled and bond product that I don't think it's available in Kentucky, but you can get it right across the river in Indiana. And it's pretty darn good. It's like 15 bucks. It's
that was the multi-fruit pie.
Yeah.
And that was
with a little bit of peppercorn. Yeah, that was pea.
That's pea.
That was pea. Correct.
The pea in the glass.
It survived. It survived being letter P. It survived being letter P. So
how many people chose it just to be able to say that P was their favorite?
I think so.
But it was my number one, and it was
P,
Mike's.
P was number one.
Bourbon drinkers like pea.
Hey,
Oh.
Steve, what were the letters for 2 and 3 again? I'm sorry.
For tonight, the finish in second
Yes, sir.
place. So in second place was Henry McKenna, which was M. And then in first place was Benchmark P.
I'm sorry, 2 and 3.
Oh, 2 and 3. So number
Just 3.
Number 3 is New Riff. That was N. New Riff was N.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I guess I could have used process of elimination, but I've had whiskey, so
Yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
shit goes out
Well,
the
yeah,
window.
you saw me screw up. I called JTS Brown Henry McKenna complaint. So it happens. It happens. So that's
What's
it.
interesting is the JW Dant came in 10th place on this, but it was second place in the under 15 thing we did.
Yes. Yes. But that being said, is there any other ones that cheap? JTS Brown might, JW Dant might be the cheapest one on here.
Burial Bart.
Burial Barton is not on here. They're not releasing. They're not
They're
releasing.
crafted now. It's not bonded.
Yeah, they don't do
Really?
the bonded anymore.
Okay.
They still bring it at 100 proof, but they don't consider it bonded because they're blending older age. It's not all
Correct.
4-year-old age statement.
Correct. So
Because
Okay.
when you lose 25,000 barrels in a warehouse collapse, that'll happen to you.
yeah, yeah. So maybe down the road they'll get back to that. I don't know what the plan
Hopefully.
is. I have no connection. Hopefully
Why they
do.
bought early times, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry. So was early times 5th or 6th tonight?
Early
Fifth.
times was fifth place.
It was.
It
Okay.
was
Yeah.
six
Oh, and
coming
then,
in.
yeah.
It was 6 coming in, but it ended up in 5th place. So it moved up a notch.
This was a great event, though.
So Beam was a bummer tonight. Beam
Beam. It was in
was a
fourth
bummer
place.
tonight.
It was 4th place.
Oh, JTS. Oh, sorry. JTS Brown. Brown was a bummer.
Yes. Yeah. JTS Brown. Yeah.
I can't read my own scribbles.
I've got a bottle of that, and I enjoy it. So
I
I
thought it
were
was
good.
aged a lot more. Do we know what JTS Brown is aged at?
No. They don't say anything on there. I mean, the only one I think that's age stated beyond the bottle of bond, which we know is at least 4 years, is Henry McKenna.
Yeah.
They say 10 years. I don't know of any of the other ones on this list that list age statement beyond that. None of them. Even the ones that were limited or anything.
So where do we all find Benchmark Bottled and Bond?
Santa Claus, Indiana.
Yeah, anywhere in Indiana. I literally like I go to Royce's place and there's right across the river. I mean, a small store. It's loaded anywhere in Indiana. So right across, if you're going to Kentucky, right across the river.
So you're gonna mull some back for us, right?
I can mule some back. I'll be going there this weekend. I can grab some if you want it. It's cheap. I can add it to the inventory.
I'll take a bottle. It was my personal number one. It was the group number one. That sounds great.
Yeah.
I think the Deer Hammer's the best, though.
Your hammer, yes.
Do they have a bottled and bond?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not old enough.
If you hang on to it for 2 more years, it'll be bottled and bond. I'm kidding.
Oh, you just take your bottle. No, you take your bottle and you hold on it for 2 years. That makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So basically, we should buy the cheap Henry McKenna.
The problem is you have to let the government in your house.
No, I hear that one's not good. I hear that one's like
Oh, that
one of
one's
the
bad.
worst.
But 80 proof
Yeah.
Henry McKenna, that's bad. Stick.
Okay, so what else? The bottled and bond. But there's no reason to go for the 10-year or anything like that. You should just buy the bottled and bond Henry McKenna.
Which is, it is the 10 years. It is 10 years.
10-year single barrel bottled and bond.
Yeah.
It's got a lot.
Now, I bought those out of the same case, but so I would assume that they're the same batch, but I don't know. I literally bought a case of Henry. I bought a couple cases back in the day, but this is my last.
Back in
I'm
the
working
day.
through my last case of Henry McKenna. No, then I'll be out. I actually would think that means it's the same batch, but I don't 100% know. So it could be. That could be.
I'm sure the legend has some to sell you.
Yes, yes, the legend. Yes, he's like Amazon in his basement. Everything has been
I
picked by
only
the
have
case.
2 bottles of Henry McKenna, I think, maybe 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got one left from like 2007, I think, when I picked it up. I haven't even opened it yet. So maybe it's worth something these days.
Yeah.
It just sits in the back of the cabinet. I'm like, ugh, maybe I should open it now.
There you go.
I'd have to ask my wife how many I own.
Yeah.
She's the keeper of the.
Is she going to sell some again?
Yeah. Yeah. Danny sold a bunch of his stuff before. So
We just need to go shopping in Danny's basement. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That-
don't
that
talk to
would free
Danny.
up some space for
Danny
him to
doesn't
buy
matter.
more.
Talk to Misty. Danny, when that stuff Danny does.
That's the real Misty ticket.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To go in and buy from the collection.
Well, gang, thank you guys for being part of this. Our next Try It series, project series, kicks off June 3rd. It's big distilleries versus small.
Thank you, Kathy.
Kathy's idea. So it's kind of fun. I've got in each of them there'll be 3. Well, at least in the first 2 events, whatever makes it to the finals makes it to the finals. But it's the small distilleries versus the big guys. And you know, it should be fun. It could all craft in the finals. It could be all big bourbon. It could be a mixture of. We'll see. So it should be fun. With that, I'm going to stop the recorder. I'm not going anywhere. I'll stick around and talk to you guys. But for those that are watching it at home, following along, this is certainly the end of the event. We've gone through all the lists and shared all the information. So I'll say goodbye on that. So thanks everyone for being part of Project Series number 2, the best everyday drinker, bottled and bond.
Awesome.
Woohoo! Woohoo!